In the city of Austin, Texas, where live music floated from every corner and murals painted the streets with color, lived a woman named Emma Collins, 32 years old, a teacher at a local elementary school, known among her friends for her kindness and quiet determination. She loved her job and cherished the laughter of her students, but her personal life was far more complicated than she let on. For most of her life, Emma had struggled with saying no, and with saying yes. She often hesitated, overthinking every choice, afraid of making mistakes, turning down opportunities that could have led her to new adventures, refusing trips with friends because of expenses or fear of stepping out of her comfort zone, and saying no to relationships even when her heart whispered that maybe she should take a chance. Her friends joked that she was cautious to a fault, but deep down they wished she would see what they saw, a strong, caring woman who deserved happiness. One person who saw that more clearly than anyone else was Daniel Miller, a 34-year-old graphic designer, Emma's closest friend since college. They had met in a literature class at the University of Texas, bonding over books and late-night coffee, and over the years their friendship deepened through birthdays, secrets, breakups, and family struggles. But Daniel's feelings had changed. He quietly hoped Emma would one day look at him the way he looked at her. He had asked her out more than once, but every time Emma smiled apologetically and said, "I don't want to ruin our friendship," and each time Daniel accepted with grace, hiding his disappointment behind a steady smile. Emma often wondered if she had made the right choice, because she cared about Daniel deeply, maybe more than she admitted to herself, but fear always stopped her. Life carried on this way until one late spring Friday night when everything changed. Austin was alive with energy, the smell of barbecue in the air and guitars echoing from open doors, when Emma, after a long week at school, agreed to meet Daniel at their favorite cafe near South Congress Avenue. They sat by the window sipping coffee, city lights flickering outside, and Daniel, quieter than usual, finally spoke. "Emma, I know I've asked before, and I know you've always said no. But I can't keep pretending that I don't feel the way I do. I love you. I've loved you for years. And I can't keep waiting forever." Her heart pounded as she saw him vulnerable in a way she never had before. The wall she had built began to crack, and she realized how much Daniel had always been there. Through every storm, every laugh, every late-night phone call. She thought of all the times she had stopped herself from saying yes, and how much of life she had missed because of fear. That night, she didn't let fear win. She reached across the table, took his hand and whispered, "Yes. I finally say yes." The relief, joy and love on Daniel's face was unforgettable, and in that moment the cafe and the city around them seemed to fade until only the two of them remained, hand in hand, stepping into something new. Saying yes wasn't easy at first. Emma stumbled, second-guessed, and panicked when things felt unfamiliar, but Daniel was patient, reminding her that love wasn't about perfection but about showing up, choosing each other, and growing together. Their first official date was a simple walk along Lady Bird Lake, watching the sunset over the water, and Emma felt lighter than she had in years, laughing freely, realizing how much joy she had denied herself. Soon weekends were filled with exploring Austin's hidden gems, live concerts, and quiet dinners in Emma's small apartment. Her friends noticed the change quickly. Her smile came faster, her laughter louder. She started saying yes not just to love but to life. Joining an art class, volunteering at community events, planning the trip she had always dreamed of. She even said yes when offered the chance to lead a special school program. A challenge that demanded more of her but filled her with pride. Daniel supported her in every step, celebrating her victories and comforting her when doubts returned. Of course, not everything was perfect. There were arguments, insecurities, nights of wondering if she was strong enough. But every time Daniel reminded her that love wasn't about never falling, it was about standing back up together. Months turned into a year, and Emma saw how far she had come. No longer afraid of change, no longer holding herself back, she stood with Daniel on the rooftop of their favorite cafe one warm spring evening and whispered words she once never believed she could. "Yes was the best choice I ever made." Her life wasn't perfect, but it was full of love, laughter, growth, courage, and for Emma, that was everything she had ever needed.